Hello and welcome. This is Impact Yobe, your weekly roundup of news and activities in the pride of the Sahel. My name is Femi Akonde.
Yobe State needs to enhance the integration of routine immunization and other primary healthcare interventions at service delivery, especially in the general hospitals and focal core PHCs, in accordance with the optimized integrated routine immunization sessions strategy. This will help to reduce missed opportunities.
The co-chair of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Bill Gates, and Chairman Dangote Foundation, Aliko Dangote, have commended Yobe State government under the leadership of Governor Mai Mala Buni for improved performance on routine immunization in 2019. The chairman made the commendation during the 2019 routine immunization and primary healthcare program end-year review meeting through video teleconference under the tripartite Memorandum of Understanding signed between the Yobe State government and the foundations.
I'm also glad to see that Yobe State has approved 2.625 million, which is 100% of earned retired funds, and continues to conduct regular internal audit checks to identify weaknesses in the financial management processes and course correct as required. As you all know, establishing functional accountability system is key to sustaining all our gains.
We are also committed to a stellar budget performance for the health.
Governor Buni, on a spot, thanked the foundations for their support, assuring that Yobe is determined to even do more on routine immunization, among other initiatives under the tripartite agreements for optimum result.
With all of the progress we have made so far, we still have so much work to do. This is why I want to assure our partners that the drop from 14% to 11% for our budgetary allocation to the healthcare sector will be reversed in the next budget cycle. This year, we had to focus on education, agriculture and infrastructure because we are determined to address the low literacy levels in many parts of the state and ensure food security. Because these are tight budgetary times, the measure had an effect on allocation to health, but we are determined to achieve the Abuja Declaration on allocation to healthcare going forward. Going forward, we are also committed to a stellar budget performance for the healthcare sector by ensuring timely release of budgeted funds.
High mark, excellent for what the traditional rulers they have been a key partner in promoting this the successes so far made in promoting this primary health care. So, and we affirm that we are committed to this to the success of the program, and we are still doing all we can to mobilize our people to accept the changes made and so that we will move forward. Came to do is to inform His Highness the Emir about the outbreak of Lassa fever in other parts of the country and the effort of the Yobe State government under His Excellency Governor Mai Mala Buni to ensure that there is no outbreak of Lassa fever here in Yobe State. And we are mobilizing resources across the board from the Ministry of Information, Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, and the Ministry of Health and the Primary Health Care Management Board to ensure that we adopt an all-hands-on-deck approach to reaching out to communities across the state and to ensuring that people are adequately informed and educated about the dangers of Lassa fever and what steps they need to take to protect themselves against coming into contact with the disease and against having an outbreak of the disease in the state.
In the continuing effort to sensitize and engage the public on the national health challenge, that is Lassa fever, the sensitization team, under the leadership of the Commissioner for Information, Culture and Home Affairs, Abdullahi Bego, paid courtesies on His Highness the Emir of Damaturu, Alhaji Shehu Hashemi II Ibn Umar El Kanami, to seek his blessings as the campaign escalates down to the grassroots. Along with the Honorable Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs and other officials, the team informed His Highness the Emir about the effort of the Yobe State Government under His Excellency Governor Mai Mala Buni to ensure that all necessary measures are taken to prevent a Lassa fever outbreak in the state.
I do the attention of all the leaders that being true leaders, we have to extend this message to save the life of our citizens, and most importantly, seeing how His Excellency himself strived up in his leadership to see that the citizens are protected. And that's the essence why he established this committee, a very power committee. So that's why we draw the attention of the district heads, village heads and ward heads, and we direct them that every district head will summon his village heads. Thereafter, the village heads will summon their village heads, the ward heads. Then from there, it will reach the entire route of the leadership itself. And we are sure and we are optimistic that this message will actually reach the entire populace.
Governor Buni noted that his administration would maintain and build on progress at the Yobe State University. Governor Buni made the statement during the inauguration of the Governing Council of Yobe State University at Government House in Damaturu. The governor stated that the Yobe State University has been undergoing phenomenal transformations, including massive infrastructural developments, especially under the last administration of distinguished Senator Alhaji Ibrahim Gaidam.
I am pleased to address you on this occasion of the inauguration ceremony of the Governing Council of our state university, the Yobe State University, Damaturu. Since its inception, the Yobe State University has been undergoing phenomenal transformations, including massive infrastructural developments, especially under the last administration of distinguished Senator Ibrahim Gaidam. These developments have undoubtedly put the university at the forefront in terms of a good and conducive teaching and learning environment. Let me reiterate upfront that our administration will continue to maintain and improve on the quality of infrastructure at the university in line with the priorities and needs of the institution. This will pave the way for the university to offer new courses, especially those that we need most for scientific, technological, and socio-economic development of our dear states. The composition of the Governing Council, as provided by law, consists of members appointed by the government to represent public interest, ex-officio members, and representative of the Senate and the university. The membership of the new Governing Council of the university is therefore as follows: Ahmed Mustafa Goneri, ESQ, Pro-Chancellor and Chairman; Professor Mala Dora, Vice Chancellor Member; the Deputy Vice Chancellors, Admin and Academic; 4 persons representing variety of relevant interests of the state to be appointed by the Minister; 1 Honorable Baba Bukar Machina, Architect Musa Usman, Honorable Zakaria Memadari.
Yobe State Governor Mai Mala Buni has flagged off the distribution of livelihood support materials to returning internally displaced persons from Gaidam, Yunusari, Gujba and Gulani local government areas. The event, which was held at Buninyadi community, drew in attendance traditional rulers, politicians, stakeholders, among others. Governor Buni says his administration would consider partnership and collaboration with domestic and international organizations as important ingredients. He appreciates the African Development Bank for the support and enjoined beneficiaries of the livelihood and empowerment packages to avoid selling the materials off under whatever pretext.
It's gratifying to know that the livelihood materials were gathered here to witness their distribution consists of 300 animal traction packages, ram fattening, goat breeding, fish farming items, chicken production materials, artisanal fishing materials, improved seed package, dignity kit packages. It is important to note that one set of animal traction kit per 2 persons, 3 rams per person, as well as 4 goats per person will be distributed. In all, 5,293 people from the 4 local government areas will benefit. For the purpose of achieving the desired goals, it is significant for me to enjoin beneficiaries of these livelihood and empowerment packages to avoid selling the materials off under whatever pretext. They should ensure that the materials are put into proper use for their own maximum benefits. It is also a matter of appreciation to note the significant achievements recorded by the Appeals Project and commend them for their initiatives to complement our efforts in combating desertification by proposing livelihood support items in Abedri Town and Bukarati of Karasua and Unusari local government areas, respectively.
Governor Mai Mala Buni of Yobe State has officially commissioned the Buninyadi Township Roads and Drainage Projects in Gujba local government area of the state. Governor Buni acknowledged that across the world, roads are signifiers of mobility. The Yobe State Governor admonished Buninyadi residents to take good care of the projects by eschewing from dumping wastes into the drainage constructed by the government.
Here in Yobe State, roads are even more significant in their capacity to provide our people an opportunity to move and conduct their businesses with ease and facilitate the movement of goods and services. The roads that we are here to commission in Buninyadi today cover a total distance of 4 kilometers and 100 meters are paved with a total of 8.2 kilometers of concrete drainage. The project was funded jointly by the State and Gujba Local Government Council. It is one of our 4 township road projects that our administration has executed in the towns of Buninyadi, Babangida, Jajimaji and Damagu. But as important as this project is, its lifespan and long-term usefulness depend to a large extent on how the people of Buninyadi make use of it. If people convert the drainages into refuse dumps, if people block the roads and do not allow free flow of traffic, they will create the conditions for flooding during the rainy season and stifle the benefits of the useful project. I therefore want to urge the people of Buninyadi to take full advantage of these services that the government is providing to them.
We come to see the ceremony of this township road, 4.1 kilometer that executed from the Yobe State government. His Excellency Alaji Honorable Mai Mala Buni, Executive Governor of Yobe State. We thank him very much. We thank him very much and sincerely.
This is the interview segment on Impact Yobe, and we are coming to you from the 4.1 kilometer stretch of the brand new runway in the Yobe State Cargo International Airport. And I have here the Commissioner for Transport and Energy, Honorable Abdullahi Usman Kukua. He'll be telling us all about this ambitious project and what the government is doing to ensure that this comes mainstream very soon. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Tell us about this project, this runway. It's the longest in the country for now, but it's really something ambitious coming out of Yobe State. What would you say?
Thank you very much. Well, this project was first conceived by the immediate past administration, and you know, as this administration is also a continuity of the past. So it was first conceived in 2017-18. Before the coming of this administration, yes, there was a remarkable improvement, because as you can see, this is the longest runway so far. We are here now inspecting the runway, the control tower, the administrative building, all the components, the terminals, all the components of what it requires for an airport is on ground. So, as I was telling you, this is a project conceived by the immediate past administration. As a continuation, Governor Malabuni saw the importance of this project, and without hesitation, he released all what the contractors need. As you can see now, the runway is almost 65–75% completion. All the buildings are almost 85–95% completion. So within the shorter period of time, you will see that aircraft will be landing in this airport.
How soon? Is there a timeline for the completion and when the airport will become functional?
As a journalist, you have seen the level of work. And by mere looking, you will agree with me that in the next 3–5 months, this airport will be ready for takeoff and landing of any aircraft.
There are regulatory agencies like NCAC and other aviation agencies. Have they been carried along to ensure that the construction of this airport meets with best aviation standards?
This project is consulted by an expert in aviation industry, Captain Bala Jibrin, who was a flying captain, who was a former commissioner in Bauchi State government. He has all the connections. We have all the clearance from the NCAA and all the regulatory agencies. They have been coming here, they have been inspecting all the progress of work, and they have given us all the clearance that what is going on here is perfect. It has met the international standards. Therefore, we have all the necessary consultations, because as I was telling you, the consultant of this project is an expert in all categories.
Yeah. You said Governor Malabuni, having considered the importance of this airport, has also given priority attention to. Now let's talk about the importance, especially for the people and for this region.
Yes, this project is considered important because if you can agree with me that the insurgency now, with the coming up of this airport, the Air Force base will be here. They can take off and launch any attack on the insurgency. And you know, you could also believe with me, though this one is a political, our president could not come and launch his campaign here because we don't have airport. Yeah. So, and even the international donors who are supposed to be on ground to assist our victims, could not come here because we don't have standard airport. So by the coming of this airport, you can believe with me that the Yobe State and the entire Northeast region will benefit from the project immensely.
Okay, in terms of how regular, as the person in charge, how regular do you come here to interact with the contractors and to see the level of work done?
Yeah, when I came on board, I used to pay unscheduled visits. One of your staff will agree with me, because anytime I'm coming out for an inspection, I used to take him, because to be as a witness. So I used to pay unscheduled visit to this airport to ensure that the contractor is up and doing. So I used to pay unscheduled visit anytime, and I used to, I have my technical committees, the management committees, who all sit together and join hands to see how the project will go on.
Okay. Let's talk about road traffic management in Yobe State. That is also under your ministry, Ministry of Transport and Energy. How have you been able to manage traffic in Yobe State, especially when it comes to obeying traffic signs and road signs in the state?
Thank you very much. Recently I had a hold on the commander of the road safety, the Road Safety Commission. We are able here in Yobe to be the first in the country, because we are able to score the 5 pillars of the road safety. Okay. The only pillar which we could not score was the road management. So recently, the Yobe State House of Assembly has passed a bill to establish Yobe State Road Transport Agency. The bill has been signed by His Excellency the Governor of Yobe State, Governor Malabuni, and we are working towards it. Soon, the management will be in place. All this we are doing is to control the flow of traffics. Recently, in all joints within Damaturu, the headquarters of Yobe State, there are traffic lights. And it's a new thing entirely. So the road users are not obeying the rules of the traffic lights. So we have recorded a lot of accidents. So going by this, we said, okay, we have to introduce this road Yobe State Transport Management Agency. If this management is in place, I think there will be control of traffic, and it's going to go a long way in reducing road accidents here and there.
And also create employment.
And also it will create job opportunities to our youths who are out of school, and then now there are a lot of students who have no job and they are willing to take up the job. So I believe if this agency is in place, there will be a drastic reduce of road accidents.
Yeah, Yobe State also runs a transportation company, that is the Yobe Line. How's it doing?
Well, in that aspect, we are trying to revitalize the sector, because as I'm talking to you now, I think we have less than 5-10 buses on road. So I've made all the consultations with some partners who are ready to key in, so that we can revive the sector. Yobe Line is also a place where jobs can be created, services can be created. So we have our youths who are ready to be drivers, to be conductors, and what have you. So in the few months to come, this sector will be revitalized. There will be enough buses, and we are even trying to modernize the terminus, where commuters or travelers will have to We will build a guest inn where we will charge just a very small of money, and then we will be generating revenue to the state.
Let's also talk about electricity. What's the level of the penetration of electricity in Yobe State, especially to rural communities where it is needed to grow small businesses?
Thank you very much. Power is very important, is very key to any development, because it creates small-scale industries.
True.
So this government is very cautious. It's trying to, carry everybody along. It's trying to create jobs, opportunity to our youth. So, Governor Malabuni has not relent in this direction, because you can believe with me, last week I was in Buniadi to inspect the ongoing project on electrification of the town, because Buniadi has been the headquarters of the Boko Haram then. But as I'm talking to you, everybody is back, and we are trying to electrify the town and also connect one of the local government, my home local government, who has not been without national grid. So we are also trying to connect the local government with the national grid. And also, if you come to rural electrification, as I'm talking to you, there are projects linking all small communities with electricity. Recently, we are going to commission electrification project in one of our town, that is Coriel. The work was carried by the Rural Electrification Board of Yobe State.
Other means of power generation like solar, are you looking at that? Yeah,
thank you very much. There are a lot of township roads which was constructed by this administration. We have taken the estimate for the installations of power street lights. Though we are trying to go by the conventional way of because the maintenance of solar energy is very costly, and also there are a lot of vandalization. This battery can easily be removed by the dogs. So we are trying to go by generator. That is for the street lights. So in this direction, as I'm talking to you, you can see it yourself. If you go around Damaturu, you have seen all the streets, all the main ways has been electrified by solar street system.
Yes, sir. The Yobe State International Cargo Airport nearing completion, and everyone is impressed with the progress of work here. The government and people of the state cannot wait to have this massive airport come mainstream. Well, that's all on the program today. Until next week when we come your way again with fresh news and updates from the pride of the Sahel. The program has been Impact Yobe, and my name is Femi Akonde. See you next time.